It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by First Southern Bank, Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn & Associates Country Financial.
Hi, I'm Mandy Yeomans.
And I'm Raymond Brown with First Southern Bank. As your locally owned community bank, we're here to help our community grow. Our customers are why we are here. You can tell we want your business.
We offer all types of deposit products, personal and business. We have fast, efficient service, and yes, we have online banking too. I'm sure we have an account to fit your needs. Stop by or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings in Wayne County is a popular thing to dine in or take out for one delicious meal, and with the low great prices, it's simply a steal. Famous for the variety of sauces, mild, wild, insane, or inferno. When it's time to eat lunch or dinner, Damon's Restaurant the place to go. Located in the middle of town on West Cherry Street, yes, Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings simply can't be beat. So next time you're hungry and looking for a great meal, head to Damon's Restaurant and enjoy a great deal. The number to call is easy, 588-WING, 588-9464, the real thing. Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings. Those chicken wings are a very popular thing.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
Most people understand the need for life insurance, but not many want to talk about why it's essential to your financial plan. It may seem intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. Don't get overwhelmed. Get started with Country Financial. Call me, Sean O'Quinn, today at 588-1051 and let me work with you to find life insurance that gives you the protection you need at a price you can afford.
Life insurance policies issued by Country Life Insurance Company and Country Investors Life Assurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World-famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. Here we are on this chilly Monday morning. Bob, how you doing?
I'm good.
Did you play golf on Saturday?
No.
I didn't think so.
No, course was closed Saturday. It was too cold.
It was too cold. I mean, the sun never did come out that afternoon like it was supposed to, and it was colder than... It just that front came through a lot slower, and that happens sometimes. But we do have guests in the studio with us this morning. We do have Terry Thomas and Sonia Anderson. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning.
Let me cut your mic on. There you go. Say good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. And good morning, Sonia.
Good morning.
All right. Now, Terry, what are y'all here for this morning? We got some nice-looking posters here that we've had for a while, and y'all got something coming up very special. You
yes,
ladies do.
The Low Country Women's Ministry is back. This year, after we've been together for about 8 years now, 2014, and this year we decided to do our event again, behind the pandemic and what have you.
Okay.
We're doing the event a little different this year. We normally are the first Saturday in February, but this year we're this Friday, January 28th at 7 o'clock. With light refreshments at 6, so come out early so you can fellowship and have a little light refreshments. And the event will be held at First Baptist Church, located at 165 South Brunswick Street here in Jessup.
On Brunswick Street, then, huh?
On Brunswick Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
185.
185?
Yeah, not 160.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
185.
At First Baptist Church. Okay.
I had a couple of birthdays, so I have to write notes, and I wrote it down wrong. But it's
if you're like me, you
185.
have to look through the right part of your glasses here.
Yeah.
Make sure you get the right number there, because they can look like a 6. But 185 South Brunswick Street, you're going to have it this Friday night at the First Baptist Church here in Jessup.
Mm-hmm. The event begins at 7, and we're going to have light refreshments and snacks at 6. And I want to say this year we're not taking a donation or selling tickets. We're asking everyone to leave a love offering. There's no tickets available, but we ask that you leave a love offering so we can bless the two ladies. We have two speakers this year, so that we can bless the two ladies. The first person is Julie AG, having a little time with that name, AG, and she is a wonderful, wonderful speaker. She will share her story of how she navigated the emotional struggles, victories, disappointment, joys, and the stress of living with ovarian cancer. And I think that would be very interesting to the ladies because ovarian cancer is a serious illness of women. And this battle began while she was living and doing ministry in Honduras. She has, however, returned to the States and has continued her battle with ovarian cancer, resting and trusting in God. And she will share the power of God in her life and trusting in Him. And she has also written a book about her journey, and the name of her book is By Learning to Trust God. And that's something we all have to do.
And it also says in here, she and her husband, Ben, adopted 3 daughters from China.
Yes, sir.
And have participated in orphan care ministry for over 20 years.
Yes.
Now, that's dedication to the children.
That is. And she's done that all over the world, not just in Honduras, but all over the world. She has traveled doing this ministry. And her, she has the 3 daughters that she's adopted.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Sonia, who's the other lady that's going to be speaking this Friday night at this Low Country Women's Ministries here in Jessup?
I'm sure everybody's familiar with Bruce Harris, the music director at Calvary. This is his daughter, Jessica. And I'm sure everybody remembers that she went through COVID like she did, and it was really, really rough.
Mm.
But she's going to share her story, and she's also a surrogate mom. She's done that a couple of times, and she has 3 little boys.
So she's been a surrogate mom and has 3 boys.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to be speaking, Jessica Harris McCullough, and she'll be also speaking this Friday night at this women's ministry, which will be this Friday, January 28th, beginning at 7 and ends at 9 there at First Baptist Church. No tickets sold. You just show up.
Right.
A love offering will be accepted for these ladies. But what is the purpose and the for this get together of the ladies there, Terry?
The purpose is for women to come together, fellowship, share their stories, listen to someone else talk about the power of God in their life through trusting, prayer, or a lot of times giving your testimony helps someone else. And so I also want to say that we're a group of women of faith of all denominations from various churches. So you don't have to be hung up about, well, I don't belong to First Baptist. We're a group of ladies from all different churches across Wayne County.
And you're from a different church.
Yes, I am.
You're
I'm from Baptist Church, Kingdom Builders Ministries, and we are basically Baptists.
And then, but Sonia's from
Unity Church
of God. So it's ladies from all different churches will be there. No denominations.
And all denominations. And
all denominations will be there.
And we normally, it's an annual event, but we had to skip a couple of years because of COVID. But that's okay. We're back. And
we're back.
And we're stronger than ever.
We're back. We're strong.
We'll continue. We'll continue in our fight. But come out, ladies, and there's no fee. Just bring a couple of pennies for a love offering.
Come on, more than a couple pennies.
More than a couple of pennies. Bring something so that we can honor these ladies and help them.
Okay, Sonia, what can ladies expect when a lot of times people are they don't know what's going to be going on, so they don't show up. So tell folks, the ladies out there, when they show up at 7 o'clock and sit down there at First Baptist Church, what can they expect during these 2 hours during this women's ministry?
Well, I think when they come, a lot of times people are more apprehensive to show up because unsure if they're comfortable, what's it going to be like. It's going to be real relaxing because they're going to share their story. And to me, when you get to hear where somebody else walks, that maybe you're walking through something that you don't you really don't want to share with anybody, but you hear how they overcome obstacles, and being able to listen to them and hear their heart, then I think a lot of times women can relax to the point and say, hey, I'm walking somewhere, I can share my story with somebody else.
That's right.
And I think it will be great for them to come to this event and be able to hear the story of Julie and Jessica, where they've walked, how they've overcome, and knowing that we are all human beings. That's one thing I love to know, that we're none perfect. And we can all come and realize we can be ourselves, we can relax, because I do like that it's all different denominations. It's not just Baptist, Methodist, it's Church of God, and everybody can come together, and just, it can be a night really to hear from other women, and you also get to meet other women.
That's right.
You get to see different women, and you're at a Baptist church, but you can have Pentecostal will be there, and know that we're all the same. We're all the same to me as people. We all may have different walks in life, but we are all the same. We all hurt the same, and so to me, it's going to be a night to be able to listen how they overcome, and we can overcome.
I'm going to read this right here that you'll have on your poster. It says, Low Country Women's Ministry is a group of women of faith of all denominations from various churches in Wayne County and surrounding counties, coming together for fellowship, to worship, to advance the cause of Christ. This annual event is sponsored by local churches.
Yes. Yeah, we all contribute.
Okay.
We all contribute.
So it's this Friday, beginning at 7 o'clock, goes to 9 o'clock at First Baptist Church here in Jessup. The two speakers, once again, Terry R. The speakers, once again?
Once again, the speakers are Julia
It's Julie
A.G. and Jessica Harris McCollin. Can I add something?
You can
to
add whatever you want.
Okay. You know, a lot of times we of the faith, we always say, well, you're Pentecostal and you're Baptist, you're this and that. We're all traveling different roads to the same destination, and that's to honor God, to be where God is. So it shouldn't matter what the title is. We're all children of God. So, and we all have struggles, like Sonia said, we all have struggles, and we all have joys. So sometimes sharing your joy at the end of your struggle, or whatever your emotional grief is, sharing that joy too helps another person. And I left out the best part.
What's that, son?
We have door prizes.
Door prizes? All right.
We have door prizes.
Giving away free door prizes and feeding them, man. Feed them, they'll come, right?
So just come out and enjoy the fellowship. Just come out. Ladies, come out and enjoy the fellowship and share.
Okay, go ahead.
Because your sharing might help someone.
That's right.
Someone else.
And Son, you'd mentioned about the light refreshments. That's going to be done after the speaking?
Before. At 6. We're going to start at 6.
6 o'clock with the light refreshments.
Yes.
And then actually the speaking
fellowship hall, yeah.
And the fellowship hall will be there. Mm-hmm. And then will the speaking actually be done in the sanctuary?
In the sanctuary at 7.
Okay, at 7 o'clock it'll start there. So show up 6:30 and get yourself some light refreshments, and then you'll get tickets when you come in to have a chance to win some door prizes.
Yes.
You'll get to hear from Julie and Jessica about their testimony, their story, and then if anybody else wants to share, they can. If they don't, then that's fine. Just sit back and relax and listen to everyone else.
That's true.
All right, Bob. Any questions or comments for Sonia or Terry this morning? All right. Anything else, Sonia?
That's all.
Terry, is that it?
That's it.
We'll wish y'all the best this Friday night.
And I thank you for allowing us to come on and talk about our event.
All right, it's at the Low Country Women's Ministries. They have their event this year, this Friday, January 28th, 6 o'clock. The doors open for light refreshments. The event itself will start at 7 o'clock and go to 9 o'clock.
Yes, it will.
All right, y'all have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio, WYFO. More of the world famous Butch and Bob Show in a minute.
Further treatment is no longer an option. Hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties since 1998. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the local nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our administrative office is located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, and Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak with someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
817 WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio. World famous Butch and Bob Show for this Monday morning, 24th day of January. Well, Bob, so much for home field advantage in the playoffs and so much for being seeded number one. Both of them, Green Bay and Tennessee went down.
Tennessee went down.
Yeah, Tennessee went down. Green Bay went down. The two number one seeds bit the dust. Only one home team won this weekend, and they had to go into overtime to be able to do that.
That was a wild game.
If they'd have flipped the coin and Buffalo would have got it, more than likely they'd have gone down and scored and won.
I mean, defenses were gassed. I mean, 25 points in the last 2 minutes of the game. I've never seen that before, ever. So
isn't that amazing? That's just that's exciting right there. And what about the end of that Tampa Bay game against L.A., against the Rams? I mean, Rams looked like they had it, and then they fumbled and bumbled the game away until they tied up with Tampa Bay, and then just 40-something seconds left, and then Stafford right down, boom, boom, two big long passes, and then a field goal.
I mean, where are the defenses at? I mean, what are they doing? I mean, I'd be firing some defense coordinators over the weekend is what I'd be doing. I mean, Buffalo, Kansas. I mean, you can't let guys.
It's amazing how they go into this prevent defense.
4th and 15, and they just let them throw a touchdown. I mean, I said Tampa Bay comes all the way back and ties the game, and you got to stop them. They let the guy go right down the middle of the field.
He was wide open.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, there wasn't anybody in his zip code. I mean, he was wide open right down the middle of the field. Where was the safety?
There's some entertaining games for sure. The question now is, where's Aaron Rodgers going to go? Is he going to stay? Is Brady done? A lot of people say that he had a lot of people in that suite up there in Tampa that that's his last hurrah. But now people are saying he's coming back to play at 45.
Knows? These guys going to keep everybody guessing. But the focus should be right now on the two games coming up this weekend, the AFC and the NFC championship games. My heart is wanting Cincinnati and the LA Rams to be there. And I'm wanting LA to win because I want Matthew Stafford to finally win a Super Bowl. Yeah. He's won 2 postseason games now, more than he ever did at Detroit. And I would love to be able to see him go on and win, but they're playing the team that seems to have their number, which is the 49ers. They haven't beat the 49ers since the beginning of dawn, I think.
They've lost 6 in a row to them.
Yeah.
Lost twice this year, but I'm pulling for Stafford, too. Hopefully he can pull it off and get to the Super Bowl, but I don't know if anybody can beat Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Well,
Buffalo was right there with them.
Because Josh Allen's phenomenal.
Yeah,
but you can't stop. I mean, Tyreek Hill, kid from South Georgia. I mean, he can fly from Douglas. I mean, he can go.
Yeah. There was also a starting defensive player for L.A. I can't remember who it was. They were, talking about the different ones, and they had their heads up there saying, Matthew Stafford, Georgia, blah 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 blah, right down the line. And one of the starting defensive guys was from Georgia.
Yeah, Leonard Floyd was from Georgia.
He's from Georgia. So 2 Georgia guys on there starting for L.A.
The McKinnon guy from Kansas City, he graduated from Georgia Southern, so he's doing real well. He's pretty fast as well, but. Hate to see that Kansas City Buffalo game end. I mean, it was just fun to watch. It was just wow. Never seen anything like it.
Yeah. Bob, someone just texted in and says, Bob, give the offense some credit. Well, that's true. The offense did their thing, but the defense didn't either.
The defense got to stop. Come on.
Defense.
Fourth and 14, you got to stop. I mean, come on. You just don't. I mean, it's just there was no defense at all. I mean, and poor Buffalo. I mean, talk about clock management. 13 seconds. If they squibbed, kicked if they squib kick it down there, I mean, that kills a lot of time. They probably win that ball game. They're saying that's what lost in the ball game, but they're probably thinking who's going to score in 13 seconds or get in field goal range 13 seconds. But I mean, they didn't. I mean, you should have known Kelsey's going to get the ball. I mean, they let him wide open. I mean, it wasn't a very good defense by their NFL team on Sunday, I didn't think.
And Chris Collinsworth, when it came to L.A., said just kudos to them for 42 seconds left in the game. And instead of just, running the ball, saying, all right, we're going to go into overtime, we're not going to make any mistakes and throw any interceptions, they went for the jugular. L.A. did with those 2 long passes and won the game. And 3 of the 4 games won in the last seconds on field goals.
They said it best Sunday night. Josh Allen didn't do anything to lose the game. I mean, he had Buffalo in position to win the game, and to lose it like they did is just sad. But that's going to be a tough offseason for Buffalo fans. I mean, Buffalo fans just must think they're just snake pit. I mean,
I know. Just can't seem to do it. Can't get over that hill.
But Josh Allen put on threw for 300+ yards, no turnovers. I mean, just
a heck of a
game. But Patrick Mahomes was. I mean, it was just back and forth.
Yeah, it was just fun to watch.
I just hate to see. Like I said, you just knew the coin toss was going to be the crucial thing because both defenses were just gassed at that point.
Yeah,
and they just couldn't stop it. But if Buffalo would have won the coin toss, they would probably won.
Think about they changed it years ago because everybody said, if they win the coin toss and they get a field goal, that's too easy. So they said, all right, the first team that scores a touchdown will win. Well, and that's how they changed it was you got to score a touchdown, right?
No. If you score on the first possession of touchdown, the game's over. If you kick a field goal, the other team gets a chance for the ball. They can kick a field goal and go back and forth.
I know that. That's what I'm saying is you can't win by a field goal.
Yeah, you can win by a field goal. Both
but
teams
not
kick
if it's the first possession.
No, not the first possession.
Right.
The first possession, if you score a touchdown, you win. But the bad thing is the team doesn't get the ball. That's what I don't like.
That's right. The team does not get the ball.
Each team should just put a 10-minute overtime period and be done with it. I just don't think it's fair to the team not get the ball. I mean, Josh Allen, he should at least get a shot to go down and tie it up.
Yeah, well,
I think they'll change that rule.
It was better than it used to be. It used to be just a field goal. Now it's a touchdown type thing. But I agree. This team each team should have a chance to be able to get the ball. But then, of course, they're on these time schedules when it comes to television, and that affects it some too.
I didn't want to see that game in. That game was just fun to watch.
Just fun to watch.
I would have loved to see what Josh. I'm
sure.
Yeah,
it would have been great. It would have been great. It's just like Brady and them come down and they score and tie it up, and then at least Stafford and their group had a chance to go down and win with that last second field goal. Cincinnati got that kicker. I think he was from Florida, isn't he?
He's from
Florida. And he was the only kicker drafted in the draft this past season, and boy, did that pay off for them. How many of the? Didn't he score like?
I think
he scored most of the points that Cincinnati scored in that game.
I'm not sure if it's 3. I know he kicked the game winner 52-yarder, but
he scored a lot in that game. Yeah. He scored the most points in that game for Cincinnati. He had a lot of field goals.
Yeah. They're going to need him this Sunday in Kansas City for sure. So,
yeah.
But I think Kansas City's going to the Super Bowl. I don't think Cincinnati's
winning. Don't think Cincinnati's going to hang with them?
I'm pulling for Stafford, but San Francisco just seems to be on a roll.
And so,
their quarterback didn't even play that well. Most of they just went on special teams. I still can't believe Green Bay lost that game at home.
They only scored 10 points.
I know, but they took the opening drive right down the field and scored, and they didn't score the rest of the game. Just crazy.
Isn't that something? Just 10,
it was fun to watch though. All that snow,
the snow, it's gonna be fun, and all that.
It's great atmosphere.
I'm glad I'm not sitting out there. I wouldn't want to sit out on something like that. But, of course, they got the clothes up there for it, They got the warmers in their feet and their hands. They got the big, thick jackets on, They know how to dress for it.
I'm just 2-2 over the weekend. I said got the Cincinnati game right. Missed the Green Bay, San Francisco game. Missed the Brady. Don't pick against Brady, but Brady got beat. And he had his team. He brought them all the way back. He brought them back from a 27-3 deficit.
With the help of L.A. and their fumbles and interceptions, especially the fumbles.
That Kansas City Buffalo game was wild.
Yep. But just great NFL action. I know that NFL ratings are up this year anywhere from 20 to 25% or more over last year. So ratings are up, and of course we carry all the games for you right here on 105.5 FM. We'll have the AFC and NFC championship games this coming Sunday. And then, of course, we'll have the Super Bowl 2 weeks after that, right here on Big Dog Country Radio, live from L.A., from Los Angeles. It'd be great if the Rams could be hosting right there in their home field in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
of course,
the Rams got to make sure they don't let San Francisco get to the Super Bowl in their own stadium.
I know. Wouldn't that be something? Boy, that'd be a slap in the face.
Yeah, Rich Eisen talked about that last week. He said, how bad would it be if the 49ers win the Super Bowl in the Rams' own stadium?
That'd be bad.
So that'd be tough. So.
It was you never really see this. Last year Tampa Bay was able to win it in their home stadium. Just happened to be there. It'd be great if it could happen again this year. With the Rams winning there at their field.
Rams better find an answer for Deebo Samuel because nobody seems to have an answer for that kid from South Carolina. I mean, they just line him up at running back and receiver and special teams. I mean, he's just one-man wrecking crew. So he's been fun to watch. But it'll be interesting. 2 good games this weekend and Super Bowl 2 weeks from that in Los Angeles.
Yeah, just a great weekend of football, and I think everybody who watched it enjoyed the games. I mean, none of them were really blowouts. It looked like the L.A. Tampa Bay was going to be a blowout, but then Brady them came back. But all of them, 3 of them, won in the last second field goal. I mean, that's just amazing how close these games were. And it'll be interesting to see if the NFC and the AFC championship games are going to be as close. I mean, Joe Burrow and them, or the Cincinnati thinks that they're a team of destiny. And, of course, they got to get by the team that has gone to the championship game, AFC championship game, 4 years in a row now. So they got the experience.
I think Cincinnati will be able to score points, but I don't think their defense is going to be able to stop Kansas City's offense. I just don't see it.
Don't see it?
No.
Okay.
Cincinnati's defense isn't that good, so I don't see them going to Kansas City and win that ball game. Just can't see it.
Can't see. You think it'll be Kansas City and San Fran?
I think it'll be Kansas City. I'm pulling for L.A. I'm hoping that L.A. can.
Your heart's L.A., but your brain's saying 49ers, huh?
Right. They won 6 in a row.
They won 6 in a row against them. They beat them twice there toward the end of the season.
That's what I'm saying. They already beat them twice this year. So, I mean, they seem to have their number. But I'm pulling hard for Stafford. Hopefully they can find a way to win. Like I said, you got to pull for Stafford now. I mean, he's this close.
Got to pull for Stafford. He's getting on up there a little bit in age. And, of course, he's still got about 5 more years left.
Maybe some of that Georgia magic will just run, rub off.
Yeah, maybe someone just says, maybe we could have an SEC quarterback matchup with Burrows from LSU and Stafford from Georgia in the Super Bowl. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah. 2 SEC quarterbacks going for Super Bowl? That'd be great. I'd love that. I mean, that's who I want to see in the Super Bowl, Cincinnati and L.A. That's what my brain wants. That's what my heart wants. That's what my heart wants. The brain is telling me something else. But the heart's telling me that's who I want to see.
I like how they said, somebody said another thing, Georgia beat Michigan again this weekend. Stafford beat Tom Brady. Georgia beat Michigan again.
That's funny. It'll be interesting to see what Rich Eisen has to say. He's a big Michigan fan graduate. It'll be interesting what he says on our sister station, WLOP 1370 AM Fox Sports Radio. He comes on from 3 to 5 o'clock. I'm sure he'll talk about that a little bit.
He was the one talking last week about how, San Francisco, if they go to Los Angeles and win that game and then win a Super Bowl in their own stadium, how every time they walk in that stadium, it's like, we're not worried about this team. We won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. This is our turf now. Yeah. We didn't taking it from you. It's our turf now. All right. Anything else on your mind this morning, Bob?
No, just this cold weather. Ready for it to get out of here.
Well, it's winter time. We're right slap in the middle of the winter, Bob. What do you expect?
At least those football games are entertaining. I said I just stayed out and hadn't moved much from the couch this weekend.
You didn't move from
two games Saturday, 2 games Sunday. At least I had some entertainment to watch.
You and the couch were one this weekend, huh?
Yeah, that was about it. I don't think I moved much from the couch this weekend. It's fun watching those games. 4 entertaining games for sure.
Definitely. All right, Bob, you have a good day. All right, the world famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO is brought to you by First Southern Bank, Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn & Associates Country Financial.